Siema, zapraszam do oglądania kolejnego odcinka na moim kanale. Mam nadzieję, że będzie wam się podobać.
Have you read it already?
Oh, Henry, it's a marvelous book. Wonderful, really. I've found what we need.
Ugh, of course.
Who said meddling with the dead would be a walk in a rose garden? You'll probably... Once you know every...
Jesus. And I thought the living were... I saw the apothecary and he reckons that ghost of yours...
You think I don't know that?
And did he come?
For a long while it's my poor... When will this...
For the spell?
It's north of here.
Ugh. To get rid... You,
No. Henry, the truth is, I haven't told...
Well, who is it then?
Alois had a wife. Her name was Lada, and she was a proper shrew, shrieking at him from sunrise to sunset. They must have fought like dogs. One night, Lada took a lantern and burned the whole...
Terrifying.
When Alois died, Lada lost her mind. She spent... Her hair was all...
I'll ask around. I don't need to know any... Everything burned to the ground. So where can I find something that belonged to the dead? I'll take some of these pieces of charred wood. That should do. This must be it. May she rest in peace, Lord. I have everything we need.
Excellent. In that...
Let's meet after dark at the crossroads beyond Ledechka.
I'll be there.
Bing, bing.
What are you doing here? You're playing truant from the monastery, aren't you?
Ah, good. You're here. Come with me.
Hey. What are you doing here? You're playing truant from the monastery, aren't you?
Start the exorcism so we can go and get some sleep.
Ziana Kanba, Zikia Kanba, Galubara, Namtabara, Ashakbara, Kikimbara, Ziana Kampa, Zikia Kampa, Galubara, Namtabara. What's that?
Go on, that's what matters. Just keep going.
I think that's enough. The ghost must surely be banished by now. Now let's get out of here before something worse appears. Go and see the widow tomorrow to find out if it helps. I'm going home.
Thanks for the help.
Good day.
We cast a...
Mary, Mother of Mercy.
What?
Only the Lord himself.
But why didn't you go and see him right at the...
What would he think of me? Herbalists have always handled ghosts.
Fine.
You have my gratitude.
What am I supposed...
Go and see the priest. God bless.
There's a widow.
A revenant?
For the last few nights, her long-dead neighbor...
In the scripture, it's written...
Well, she says it's the ghost of Alois, a farmer whose wife burned him.
My. That would make a soul restless farmer, jealous wife. I'd ask the widow if there's...
My God, that never occurred.
How little you know people. Make the widow tell you everything, you'll see. And to make amends with the deceased as well as...
A what?
You ask as if you've fallen from the stars. An atonement cross. You often see them along roads. Reminders. I shall pray for the poor woman. And God be with you.
I saw the parish priest.
And what did he tell you? Will he...
No, a better question is, what haven't you?
I've already told you everything.
I feel you haven't...
There's no use. I was a widow and his wife, Lada. She wasn't the kind of woman who filled her husband's heart with joy. Alois and I grew...
So, fornication?
If that's what you want to call it. From time to time, we took comfort in each other's arms. Lada found out...
You couldn't have...
Perhaps I couldn't, but...
I assume his children know nothing about...
They're already adults. But you're right. Do you think it would help if I told them everything? That it would bring peace?
I don't...
You're right. This is my... Here's some money. Go to the...
I'll do that.
Thank you 100. Goodbye.
A monk's
you
got
doing?
no business out here.
You're playing.
What happened to your vow?
I hope I...
I need to erect an atonement cross.
10 groschen. We already have one such cross ready, so if you pay now...
There you are.
I raz.
What do you think? Will he come again?
I'm sure we've seen the last of him. Oh, feels so light. I could float away at peace with the world.
That's a peace I have yet to find. As you've seen for yourself, shaking off the past isn't easy.
Here's a ring my husband left me. I don't even know where he got it, but it might be worth something. Take it, with my gratitude.
Glad I was able to help.
Thank you, and God be with you.
And with you. I hope you'll finally have peaceful dreams.
Yeah, Mission complete.
Good day to you.
Do you want something?
I do. And you look like the kind of fellow who knows a thing or two.
What's it about?
I'm looking for someone who knows how to dip her pockets.
It's lucky for...
There's a farmer who lives in the craftsman's yard. He made a killing supplying vegetables to the monastery. I worked for him for a while, but I'd like you to steal the groschen he owes me. And also a pouch containing an amulet he got from the herb woman.
Sounds easy enough.
It ain't quite that easy, otherwise I'd handle it myself. That fucker don't trust no one, and he's always looking over his shoulder. If you manage... I'll be with you.
Okej.
Here's the farmer's pouch. You...
Great, thanks. He'll have a fit when he finds out. He won't get a wink of sleep till he gets a new one. Farewell.
Don't you start. I'm always on the lookout.
When I worked for the farmer, I took a fancy to his maid. Only she's got someone else. A draper. He gives her fine shawls and go and steal the shawl she has.
What use would her shawl...
I'll slip it to someone else and then tell the draper his sweetheart puts no value on the gifts he...
That's not very nice of you.
Don't worry. Good luck to you.
I brought you that girl.
Thank you. I'll hide it in the farm.
Who is it you want to get revenge on?
All of them. They're all
Is there anything else?
One last thing. But it won't be so easy this time. I got my own back on the farmer and that went. Steal the tinderbox he carried.
The avenging...
Good luck to you.
Trzymaj gościu.
I've got the draper's
Jakoś się nie
tinderbox
określiło.
for you.
He who laughs last. Good luck to you.
Jest mir.
Jesus Christ, be...
So?
I certainly have.
And?
It's wondrous. Even I can feel its power. I think this is my life.
Don't you feel hot under all that?
Matthew and Fritz
They survived. My God. And where did you see them?
in Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai. It's overcrowded with refugees and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in the Dechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks.
What do you want from me now?
You've been working at the mill for a while now, haven't you?
Pretty long.
Tam robot.
Here for two talented carpenters.
That depends on how talented they are.
I'd say they're talented enough.
We'll soon see. But go talk to the miller about it, alright?
Of course. Is the miller very...
The miller isn't, but his foreman doesn't give the workers anything for free, besides kicks and insults.
Well, hopefully that won't happen. They're good men.
I'll be happy if that's true. Good luck then.
bread baked just this morning. Bread!
Good day to you.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, 2 survivors of Skalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take them?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
They're good men, from Skalitz. Basically your neighbours. You have to help them.
That's God's own truth. Love thy neighbour as thyself. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here. May the Lord watch over you.
Glad to fucking see.
I want to get better at fit.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice.
All right. Well,
The monastery wants you to pay for treatment.
leave it be, Howell.
I won't. What happened?
But don't get involved anyway. We'll settle it.
Wait, who exactly?
Well, he kept on. In and... And we're not gonna talk about it anymore.
But couldn't there be a way to settle it? Maybe.
There isn't.
All right.
Good luck then.
You wouldn't happen to know about a brawl that happened here not long ago? Apparently it involved 2 carpenters who...
I don't have a clue. Take care.
You wouldn't happen to...
Heathens.
So it was you they fought with?
Yes, it was me. And I hope I'll never have to see those waste...
They deserve to be ousted, but the debt? How are they ever going to pay it?
I really don't care. Let them live in penury. Brutes.
Isn't that a little unchristian? You wouldn't want personal spite to ruin their lives, would you?
Well, those were just idle threats, really. If they come and... There's a possibility of forgiveness. Been a pleasure.
Hey,
About your brawl with Elias.
how the fuck do you know about him?
Your best friend settled the matter.
You're serious?
Absolutely. All you promise you'll pay the debt somehow.
We won't forget this. On my honor. Thanks.
Easy, mordo. Otrzymaj się.
God be with you.
The miller and Ledechko would be happy to meet.
You really found work for us?
Of course. I couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only...
What?
the reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first wage. Goodbye.
Na razie mecz.
Is on account of the rat-eye taunt, except maybe my snaps might drown his woes.
How are things?
Oh, fair enough. God be with you.
Bing, bing.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes...
What's the matter?
It's the tourney. It always upsets...
Why would the tourney upset you?
It brings back sad memories about my son Svartalfur. God rest him. He always loved sword fighting. Even when he was just a lad, he used to duel with his mates with sticks. And for years he saved every groschen he got so he could buy a real weapon. Wasn't long before he had the hang of all sorts of fancy strikes and feints. So when he heard Sir Hanush was holding tourneys for common folk, he was first in line to enroll.
I see. And he got hurt in the arena?
Oh, heavens no. Sir Hanush set the rules in such a way that nobody would suffer more than a bruise or two, and he makes damn sure the rules are obeyed.
Did your son ever win the tourney?
Oh, aye, more than once. Svartalfur wasn't the strongest, but he was agile as a weasel, and he put his heart and soul into it.
So what happened to him then?
Well, this fella by the name of Peter enrolled. They called him Black Peter on account of the colour he wore. He beat all comers. No man could match him. Only Svartalfur was determined to take him, so he started training all the hours God gave. Started going to Captain Bernard for lessons. And in the last tourney, he got the better of Black Peter in the end and won the prize. Only he never came
A
home.
potem tamten go zabił.
I figured he was having a drink in Rattay to celebrate his victory. But he didn't even turn up in the morning, and I started getting worried. I was just on my way to look for him when some merchants came by. They'd found my boy by the road just past Rattay. He was still alive, but he was burning up and shaking like a leaf. I sent for the... But before the day was out, I had to send for the priest.
Do you know anything about it?
No, not much.
Did Svartalfur...
Only a cup, not even the sober.
Do you think it...
It was the first thing crossed my mind.
You were right about that Black Peter. He's tough and skilled. I enrolled in the tourney, but I didn't win. Black Peter was the victor again.
And did you find out anything?
I didn't.
Oh, well. I didn't expect it'd be much change. Thanks for trying. Goodbye.
Dzięki za oglądanie odcinka. Mam nadzieję, że się podobał. Załapkujcie, napiszcie komentarz. Do zobaczenia na streamie lub w kolejnym odcinku. Cześć, cześć!